doing today, everybody? It is a great Friday. You want to know why? Because I have in my hand the Book of Love, the Bible. No, probably not the Bible. No, it'd probably be on fire if it was the Bible. But it is what we call our team talk today, people. Stop. Hey, you know what, Jordan? This has been a great couple weeks for us. Last week's video is doing great. The week before that's doing even better. You guys have knocked this out. How is Team TV doing?
Good.
Is it?
Yep.
Tell me that. No, that's not good. I mean, you were just like, not good. Is it doing good?
Yeah.
A little bit of excitement, Jordan. Come on, it's Friday and we have a great video for these people.
I'm just excited for this.
You want me to go into this one, don't you? Well, let's go into it, should we? You know what it is? We're here to talk to you about the BRP Rotax Outboard, page 2, correct? Chapter 2. Like we said, we'd get a follow-up, and you know what we got? We've got, I'm not gonna say, but we got confidential informants in the industry that we're not gonna go into because we don't want them, because they wanted to stay confidential, but they were in the industry, in BRP at one time, maybe not, dealers out there calling us. It was unbelievable from the first video what had happened. Things have gotten out of control kind of here with the emails and the phone calls. Agree, Jordan? With people that knew a lot about this project, and I don't know what you want to call them, but they were informants. We're going to call them confidential informants because they don't need to be brought up right over here because they don't want to be, and we don't want them to because they were nice enough to call us. How's that? Is that good? Perfect. Legit? Legal? Good. That's what we are. So, you want me just to get right into this, Jordan? Because this may take a while. You brought me 3 pages of love here, and I talked to a lot of these people. I had good conversations with a lot of these people. A lot of these people are, I don't know, you want to call them disgruntled. There's people that are in the industry that were talking to us about this whole project that knew things, that thought they were getting other things, and they ended up with what you saw in the last video. We don't even know what that is, and we don't like it. It's not the deal. Okay, let's get into it, should we? We're gonna break this thing down for you. Here's the highlights. You're gonna put, last week's video is gonna be over here, Jordan. So you'll be able to click on last week's video if you didn't get there, or 2 weeks ago video, chapter 1, over here, right up here. You'll be able to just click the link, boom, go to that before you watch this. If you don't wanna get mixed up, it'll be right here. What's gonna be over here this time?
All the information.
Okay, so we're gonna start with engineering. Engineering's gonna be hash 1, and then we're gonna go into the most advanced water intrusion detection system ever. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be fun. BRP consumer research, that's gonna be awesome. And then Alumacraft and Manitou press release day. Those are gonna be out right there. That's what's gonna happen. See, I brought the whistle back. We had a lot of requests for the whistle, so here it is, it's back. Here we go, bam! We're going with engineering. I'm excited, everybody's excited. You rah rah, Rotax BRP, here we go. Here we go, engineering, tagline, don't see it, don't hear it, don't fear it. Do we got crowd noise? No, that's exactly what happened, I think, at the goddamn release. That is the engineering tagline. That's what we want, people. Don't see it, don't hear it, don't fear it. That's our outboard. Wait, what the fuck is wrong with everybody else's outboard? You see it, you hear it, it runs, it's great. The Mercury goes boom, and people get excited about it. These guys think they put it underwater, so you can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't fear it. Well, there's some fear factor there because it's what the fucking label is. You need to see it because it's cool, and hearing it nowadays is kind of cool. I mean, right? Am I wrong? Move on. All right, 3-cylinder, i3, right? Timber! i3, 2-stroke, e-tec engine. You hear me? E-tec engine from the Evinrude G2 tiller model, or tiller motor. Codename Crow, correct? Codename Crow motor. Take the bolts, shave them off, boof, fall it on side. We now have the brand new Rotax motor. No, people, it's an Evinrude that fell over. That's what it is. Evinrude, Crow, good system, poof, just turned into a shit system. Okay, so it's the Crow motor, the Evinrude tipped on its flat ass. Just lay it on its back, like it got knocked out. Try again, trying to get up. Technical knockout, fucker just fell over, it's done. That's what it is, people. It's not a Rotax motor, it's an Evinrude Crow motor. i3 that fell on its back. That's what it is. Don't believe me? confidential informants in the industry pounded that into me. Like pounded it into me, okay? It's good that, now if you imagine being me, just a guy who started doing this, that did it for the people, and now we have the people in the inside of the industry calling us about these videos we do. And not just like evinrude people, maybe, sorta, dealers, maybe, sorta, consumers, maybe, sorta, all the above, maybe, I don't know. They didn't even want to tell us, but they were part of all of the whole circle of love. These were people that were in it, out of it, around it, all the time. This is what happened. This is how it was going down. These people called us. This shit's real we're giving you right here, 100%. Let's move on. evinrude lead engineer on Project Ghost pioneered Quiet Rider. Go look up the Quiet Rider. That's the person that the head engineer on this whole thing was. Go look it up. I'm not even gonna get into it. People just need to go look it up. After you're all done and you've either laughed your ass off because of me, or you're pissed off because of me, or maybe you brought your wife in and you're sitting down having dinner watching this, when you're all done, cleaned up, go look up the Quiet Rider. You'll fucking get it, trust me. Moving on. BRP Board of Directors said, no, nada, ain't gonna happen to big horsepower 4-strokes. Nope, they're going away. That was brought to the table. It was brought to the table before this project that we need to get a big horsepower 4-stroke to keep evinrude going. That's what we need. And you know what they said? No, we don't need big horsepower. Well, if you think back to all their evinrudes, Jordan, what blew up the most? Big horsepower. Cost them a lot of fucking money. They can't build a big horsepower. So, no, we're not doing it. No, nope, not doing it. Giving up. We're giving up on the big horsepower. Their line was from numerous people. There is going to be no big horsepowers needed. Correct, Jordan? Big horsepowers are going away.
Lead engineer.
Big horsepowers are going away. That was it.
Just a fad.
Yep, just a fad. You don't need them, they're going away. Wow. All right. So we've moved on, talked about it. Now we're into the weight. The Rotax Outboard weighs 537 pounds. Dry weight? What's going on? Is that it?
Yep.
That's loaded to the hilt, 537. Rotax Outboard is pre-mounted and rigged from BRP. Dealers do not rig. So I can't just get one and put one on my flat. What do you mean? It comes pre-rigged from BRP. Why can't I just put it on? I can't do that? It's not legit? Doesn't it hang on my transom?
They have to do it.
It's fucking getting good and we're only on page 1. The cowling is called the bucket. Okay, when I was told this, I almost like fell out of my seat. It's called the bucket and attached with 16 bolts. Wah, 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 wah. 16 bolts hold your fucking bucket on. You know what the bucket is? This is this thing that goes over your I3. The bucket. You'll know why they call it the bucket here in a minute. What do you use buckets for? Anybody? What do you use a bucket for? I mean, if I'm in my boat and I need a bucket, I'm usually, we'll get to that. Both Alumacraft and Manitou back decks lift when trimming up by the, it's not an outboard, it's an underboard. By the underboard, hitting the deck and pushing it up. Your platform is angled and no use when motor is trimmed. Here we go. Like I said before, remember I was wondering this. So here's my back deck, here's my motor. Let's trim up, Bob. All right, Timmy's standing here. Timmy, you all right? Yeah. Timmy falls down face first, crying. Broken leg, fucking, your motor's trimmed up though, and your back deck looks like this. Looks like a fucking Corvette hood. Great. Oh, trim down quick. All right, you can get back on the back deck. Who in the thought of that? Timmy's crying on the bottom of the deck. Joanne is pissed off at Bob because he just trimmed it up, ejected the kid into the fucking boat, and that's what's happening. Welcome to Family Boating, brought to you by BRP. Throw your kid in the fucking boat when he's standing on the back deck. Awesome details. Great design. Let's do it. That's what's next. Jesus God. Co-engineers were forced to work on the project Ghost, or they were fired if they refused. I don't like this project. Get out of here. What? I'm just telling you, this isn't gonna work. There's the doorway. Get the fuck out of here. But don't you want my input? Yeah. I just told you, I don't think it's gonna work. You don't wanna be part of the project? Not really, I don't wanna be even part of this thing. Get out. All right, I'm gonna go work for Merck and tell them what's coming. They ain't gotta worry about you. Have a good day. Jesus, walls. Multiple informants. I feel like I'm kind of like CIA here. This is good. Multiple informants have stated that vast production of the marine engineering team were in their mid to late 20s. You hear this? Mid to late 20s. With the overwhelming majority of them not being boaters or interested in the marine industry. What are they interested in? F***ing go-karts? Electric cars? They should have come out with electric outboard. Would have been better than this. They're not even, we heard that from multiple people. I remember 2, 3 that was like, yeah, no, you're right on. Because we heard it from one, and then we brought it up on another one, and they're like, yeah, no, you're exactly right. So, engineers being in their 20s, out of school, new ideas, you can see how this is going. Page 2. This is where it gets awesome. You guys are gonna love this. The most advanced water intrusion detection system. Well, Mercury doesn't need one because water is not supposed to be in the f***ing cowling. Suzuki doesn't need one because the water's in the cowling. If it is in the cowling, it comes out. Yamaha doesn't need one because the same process. You shouldn't need one. You're calling it an outboard and you have a most advanced water intrusion. Why the f*** do you have a water intrusion detection system on your outboard? Why? Because it's underwater. Hassle-free and reliable. Hassle-free and reliable. You pick it up, it goes to the dealer, somebody at BRP rigged it up for you, hassle-free. You're gonna have no problems, right, Jordan?
No problems at all.
None. How many years? 20? Gonna be good? 5, 3, what?
I would think forever.
All right, here we go. Components. We're getting into the components. Are you ready? The bucket cover seal. Cover seal. The water detection probe. Bloop. Enclosed bilge pump. Yeah, throw that in there. Make sure it's fucking great. Exhaust high rise. Wow. Intake ball valve. Sounds like Sea-Doo. Internal water detection probe inside the exhaust pipe. So we have a water detection probe inside the exhaust pipe, so when the water fills up in the exhaust, it goes in there and it pumps it out, or does it shut it down, or it's not good. And then an air pump. Air pump. What do we need an air pump for?
We'll figure it out.
For my quiet rider? No, my bad. All components run off the battery voltage. You hear me? All your components run off of your 12-volt battery. And do we get into that? I don't know that we do. So if it's all run off your 12-volt battery and it's hot, it has to be hot all the time, correct? So it's drawing on your battery. Chad, what happens when you put a draw on your battery and you go on vacation for a long time and your boat's floating?
Goes dead.
Battery goes dead. But what about if water's getting into my water intrusion system and it needs 12 volts to pump the water out of my cowling? It sinks. Okay, we'll move on. Is anybody's wheels turning like little pitchers? Oh, honey, we're home. Let's go for a boat ride. Wait, Jill, all I can see is the bow eye because the rest of it's fucking underwater. Oh, that's okay. Just hit the pump. It'll come back up. No, Jill. The fucking pump didn't work because the 12-volt battery's dead because we left for a week and a half and the son of a bitch is hot all the time and the battery went dead and then all of a sudden our water intrusion system didn't work. Oh, what does that mean? Call insurance. Everything's fucking junk. Start over. Blue bin. Next. The bucket cover seal, secured with 16 bolts. We went into that. 16 bolts hold your 16 bolts. Yep. Yeah, 16. Sound like a fucking Gatling gun. Bop, 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 just going around in circles. That's what they did. Water detection probe sends a signal back to the EMM if water is detected. Hey, there's water, turn the pump on, right? So what happens? Great. All right. What happens when the EMM takes a shit? Still water cooled? No filters? Just jam it full of fucking ductwork? Okay. Enclosed bilge pump. Triggered by a water detection probe and evacuated water if the... Whoa! Whoa! So we have evacuated water if leak is present? That's what's going on?
So it triggers the air pump to pressurize the engine.
So we pressurize the engine,
Push the water out.
push the water out.
Whole bucket's pressurized.
It just boom, just like you're pumping up a tire. I can't do it no more. The water just goes away. Then it just and then the water comes out. This is how this thing works?
It stays pressurized.
It stays pressurized until you fire it up or what? What the fuck? Exhaust high rise. All right. Gets pressured by the air pump through the intake ball valve to keep the water out. That's how we're keeping the water out. Who did that? You wouldn't have had to do this if you just would have stuck with the, right? If this would have just stayed like this, right? But we went like, okay. The internal water detection probe sends a signal back to the EMM to trigger the air pump if the water is detected when rising within the exhaust pipe. So when the water fills up into the exhaust pipe, that fucking pump kicks on, the EMM triggers it, goes like hell, pressurizes it, stays pressurized until the new key fire or recycle or something like that. Then it, What happens if it only gets quarter way pressurized and then the battery goes dead? Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Okay. Air pump. Air pump's job is to fully pressurize the outboard with air to keep the water out. Fucking, do you think the dude was like driving home one night and he was like, pump up the jam? That fucking song was in like, pump it up while your feet out. And they're like, yeah, let's pump up our outboard. It's not a fucking basketball. You don't pump up an outboard. Why would you pump up an outboard? Well, that's good. Should be fine. Roll it over. But if it doesn't depressurize, what happens then? Full service. You can work on it yourself. 16 bolts, take the bucket off. Fucking be fine.
You're not supposed to.
Why not?
You're not supposed to.
Why can't I?
It's not recommended.
Who's working on it?
Take it to your dealer.
What happens if they don't work on it?
Take it back to BRP.
What are they gonna say?
Get a new boat.
Buy a Mercury. Buy a Suzuki. Buy a Yamaha. Buy something else. All right. Internal water intrusion designed for maximum protection. We kind of talked about this, right? Yeah, the redundancy is, we talked about it all the way through here. The redundancy is built through the internal water intrusion and designed for maximum protection, according to BRP. It's gonna fail.
Multiple fail-safes are going to fail.
Yeah, you can't overcomplex the system and pretend like it's not gonna fail. It's going to fail. When you have 32 steps to get to protection mode, you're going to fail. I don't give a shit if you have 3 steps. One of the 3 is gonna go away at one time and the whole fucking thing is junk. Done, bottom line. All right, page 3, moving on. BRP consumer research. This is where it kind of gets really good. I mean, the whole thing is good. I mean, it's a laughing matter. Can we make this in like a comic strip? We get Beavis and Butthead here, do all that shit, and be like, that'd be good. All right, BRP's consumer research team polled hundreds of boaters, all types, let people taste, touch, feel the product, and the results were overwhelming. They were overwhelming. They were like, no, nada, ain't gonna do it, 100% negative, nope. We heard from an informant, numerous informants. It was a complete flop according to the people that they polled. Was it like 98% no? 2% like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. It kind of was like our first video, like 2% people, hey, cool looking thing. Then the rest of you were all like, that's fucking junk. It's the same shit. You look at our video compared to what they did. I mean, you look at the unveil. This is the coolest thing ever. Yeah, that's what we need, some claps. What the f***? All right. When the poll results were reported back to BRP CEO and president, I can't do this. Is this Jose? Jose Buasoili? Julia? What the f***?
Wajoli.
I'm not doing Wajoli. All right. He said, quotes, go back out and find the right people. We need different responses. The f*** does that mean? Where do you want me to go? Where am I going? I just went across the country and I polled people. You told me to do that. And that's what I did. 98% of the people say it's shit, don't want to see it, never going to put it in their driveway. 2% thought it was cool. 2% were 20 years old, or they're about the age of your fucking engineers, probably like, that's badass. My bros and I can sit there and we can have ejection bro day. We're going to get fucking Bob on the back and we're going to eject him off the back deck and see how far he goes. That's what they thought of, people. The family didn't like it. 100%. No, go get more people. Go get what we need. Start over. Right, Neil? Blue bin. Start over. All right. It was expressed to him several times by several co-engineers that the product wasn't a good idea. Their pleas were ignored, leading to multiple individuals that were close to the development of this product to leave the company. We've heard from multiple sources, multiple people, multiple names of people that left. All names will stay out, but we have them listed, and we're not going to say who they are, but multiple people left the company and or were considered disgruntled employees and were fired because they didn't believe in what was going on. All right, Alumacraft Manitou press release day. Here we go. Let's fucking all get our fucking twirly birds out and our flags and our number 1 fingers. Yeah, fucking evinrude. All right.
You were supposed to be there.
They didn't let me there. Why wouldn't they put me there? Why are they not? Do you want me to read this? Oh. This is great. Informants that were at the show stated that Andy and Team Marine were purposely pulled away from attending the show to limit the negative reviews. Hard to believe. We don't want that guy. You should have paid me. I may have been a little quieter. Anyway, so yeah. You want me to read that again?
Sure.
All right. Informants that were at the show stated that Andy and Team Marine were purposely pulled from attending the show to limit negative reviews. They're watching right now, I guarantee it. Hi, guys. Okay, at the press event, the Alumacraft with the 150 Ghost motor ran 34 miles an hour and was blamed on the 6,000 elevation. So, where the test runs were conducted at Park City, Utah. So they were blaming the elevation on poor performance. If you live in Utah, you can't have one of these. They don't run good out there. That's f***ing cool. What the f***? The Alumacraft took around 34 seconds to get on plane with the Ghost motor, right?
150.
Hit it! Yeah, get up front. Here we go, let's go. All right. Independent testing matched the same Alumacraft, Project Ghost 150 G2, the 150 i3, and the Ghost 150 was about 7 bolt lengths ahead. So this motor, like this, was on plane and gone, 7 bolt lengths ahead, on plane, trimmed up, going, while this one was still blamed it on elevation. Why didn't the other one have problems? Oh. All right, the Alumacraft took around 34 seconds to get on plane. We talked about that. Here we go. Informants say that three 200-pound guys standing on the back platform on the Alumacraft will make the bow come out of the water. 3 dudes standing on the back deck. So you got a Neil, a Chad and an Andy standing on the back deck. Chad's got the fish, Andy's rooting him on, Neil's got the net, and we're working on flipping the whole motherfucking boat over. But at least we got the fish. Get the net! I got it! What do you want me to do? Well, net my fish. I can't come on the back deck. Why? We're gonna flip over. What in the f***? Who tested this? Oh, let's get Timmy up there. Come on, Timmy, you're 68 pounds. You can fish from the back deck. Sit on the chair. What chair? You can't put a pedestal on the back deck because it goes right in the center. That's where the motor is designed to hit your back deck and push your fucking back deck up. Now you get to see my bald spot from this stuff. All right. So you can't put 600 pounds on the back deck. That some bitch is gonna go, wah! Get the net. All right, Neil, get up front. All right, Neil, come back here. Neil, get up front. Andy, you get up front. Neil, you stay here. We got to balance this thing out. What the hell? Let's go fishing together. High five, tag in, slap. Let's go. All right, dealers have to take one in on order or their dealer license will be revoked. So dealers of Alumacraft or dealers of BRP products or Evinrude? We can't wait. Alumacraft Manitou, you have to take one. You can either take the Manitou or the Alumacraft. You have to order one. You're gonna get it never. You're gonna get it whenever, but you gotta take one, pay for it, make sure it's ready to rock and roll. So, in tradition to Evinrude, pay before you play. Right? You gotta pay us to be able to get our shit so we can use your money to build the shit, so that way when it's all said and done, we didn't use our money, we're not going broke. By the way, you don't get anything, you get to go broke as a dealer, you get to go away. It's kind of like what's going on right now. They call and they want you to pay for their monthly shit so we can get our parts and shit and everything else. You know what the reason is? They're hacked. They got maliciously, or fuck, what did they call it?
Maliciously hacked?
Yeah, maliciously hacked. Back, I think on the day this was released. And we haven't been able to order parts from them, and they still want their money every fucking month, and they want you to be able to keep giving them money so that way they can fucking take your money and you can't get their shit. You can't order from them because there's no such thing as Evinrude. What do you mean there's no such thing as Evinrude? They're coming back as Evinrude, right? Evinrude's gonna be the deal, right? No. Multiple informants on this whole deal said there is no such thing as Evinrude. Evinrude is gone and will never, ever return. Ding! Told you so. Multiple people. Evinrude's done. There's no such thing. It's gone. So it's like a classic car now. You got an Evinrude, you might as well hang on to it. Hey, I got an Ole here. My Alto just went up in price. That's right, my Alto did, because Ole made that. Yeah, you heard me right. There's nothing. There's no Evinrude. It's gone. It is gone, it is gone, it is gone. That's an Evinrude laying on its back because it got knocked out, it fucking fell over, and they decided to slap a Rotax name on it. They're destroying their Rotax name because this is going away. When you tilt something up and eject people off the back deck, that shit's not good. The whole platform, the Alumacraft platform, was not supposed to be built the way it was. The original was different. They fucked it up from the beginning. It is a complete disaster. You might as well just take your fucking pink slip and walk the fuck out the door and start over, because it's over. You cannot do this. The people don't want it. You're gonna get some people to buy it. It's gonna make it 3 years. They're gonna make their money. They're gonna announce that fucking Evinrude is done. That motor's going away. They're gonna make a change to it. They're gonna start using Rotax parts. Everything's gonna get inverted. The 20-year-old engineers are gonna come in, probably wearing some of their skinny jeans and high-fiving on the way in with their pink t-shirts, maybe some purple blends, and they're gonna do rah-rah, BRP. There's no Evinrude plant anymore. That is Switch. And one of them has been discontinued already. So the Lego fucking boat's been discontinued, one of them. There is no Evinrude plant. That's where they're building the Lego boats. Now they're building this. Everything's going to shit. They're trying to go a whole new way. I understand it, and I'm seeing it as the end. It's over. Just say, there's no more Evinrude. It's okay. I would have rather had you come out and say, here's our big reveal. Woof! Evinrude is dead. Yeah, great, move on. But you brought us this. You fucking brought us this. I don't know. I don't get it. Jordan, now's not time to look at your texts. You got to give me something here. Multiple informants. Yep. Multiple people all across the country. Maybe even some not even in this country. that just denied the project, completely hate it. Dealers contacted us, said, if that's the way it's gonna be, we're done, correct? We're done. We don't want this thing. We don't wanna be part of this thing. You can't put a back deck, you can't put a seat on the back deck, you can't do anything back there, except for maybe, they talked about using it for a cutting board, a cleaning cutting board, maybe?
It's a lead engineer.
Yeah, that was a high five moment. You can clean your fish on your boat on the water. So you can clean them up on the water, on your back deck, because it's a cutting board. That's illegal. You can't do that on the water anywhere. You can't carve up fish on the water. They have to literally be dead, taken out of the water, and put on land. The lead engineer on the project thought that was a good idea for that boat. These guys over here, if you could see these guys right now, they look like a bunch of fucking, what the fuck are you talking about? It is crazy. Like if people were standing behind me right now, you'd get this look. You can't do that. That's the lead engineer on the project. I'm out, I'm done. I'm frustrated. Can I be done?
Yep.
Fucking A, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you comment. We need you to share the shit out of this video. Pile it up, share, 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 share. Get people out there because you do not want your cousin to call you up and tell you, I got the new Alumacraft with the cool Rotax motor on it. You don't want them to do that. But maybe they want to try it. There's going to be some percentage of people that are going to give it a run, right? They're going to love it. It's going to be just like the bad old days. But that's not me. I'm sorry. I'm done. It's out. Make sure you share it. As always, I love your support. We appreciate it time and time again. As always, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to witness the madness that we all know everybody at BRP is certainly not saying. Speed, money, no brakes. I'm out. See ya!